If you're traveling this December, make sure you watch this video before you go anywhere. Not everyone who smiles with you is truly happy for you. Why are people even wicked? Well, this story will show you the wickedness in some people's hearts. Their evil intentions to see us fail, but we will not fail. Watch till the end to stay prepared and on guard at all times.
The Harmattan breeze greeted them as soon as they arrived at their village for the Christmas holiday. Emeka, the only surviving child of the Ebuka family, brought his wife and his newborn to celebrate Christmas with his family. He believed the spirit of his parents and siblings still lingered in their home, so he wanted them to see the new additions to the family. Under the Odala tree at the entrance of his father's compound, he could feel Christmas in the air. The dust, the laughter of children playing, the distant sound of ogene ringing from the village square, everything screamed Christmas in the east. Chisom, Emeka's wife, inhaled slowly. This was her first Christmas in her husband's village as a married woman, and also her first Christmas as a mother. She wanted it to be special. She had always loved the idea of a large, happy family. And when her husband told her they would be coming to the village for Christmas, she was over the moon. Now she can get to meet and enjoy family time with her husband's extended family, since they are a connection to him as well. Chisom was the only child of her parents, and so the idea of large family time as accustomed in the village, especially in the Christmas season, she didn't have to miss it. Their newborn, Kamsi, was sleeping peacefully in the Greco baby carrier. She had just fed him his dose of formula milk, and his sound sleep was expected. "Baby, you good?" Emeka asked, gently placing his hand on her arm. She smiled gently back at him. "Yes, I am. I am just so excited to experience family time with your extended folks. When are they coming?" Emeka let out a funny laugh. "Excited, huh? Well, that's good. What are we having for breakfast?" he asked and went toward the kitchen to prepare it. But there was something about the funny laugh. It sounded like he had something to say, yet couldn't bring himself to say it.
Before she could process it, a shrill voice cut through the air. "Ah, my children! Ndioma, welcome o!" That was Aunty Nenna, Emeka's father's sister. She was petite and plump. She had on a white blouse and a red and blue Christian mother wrapper from the church. It seemed she was just coming from their women's meeting and decided to greet her visiting family. "How are you people doing? How was the trip? You didn't tell me you were coming." Her smile was wide, grinning. Emeka's body posture was already in a defense mode. He grinned widely. "Auntie, the journey was fine. We didn't want to disturb anyone that we were coming, since we will still be here after all, abi?" Auntie Nenna nodded. You are right. Where is my newborn baby now, and our wife?" She said that she wanted to make her way to the bedroom where Chisom and the baby were. Emeka immediately stood in her way to stop her, then gently led her to sit on the couch. "Auntie, my wife is bathing. She'll be outside soon, okay? But we are women now. Anyway, let me sit down and wait for her. Tell her to be fast too, oh. I want to see my child, oh." She said as she went to sit down, dragging a nylon bag with her. Emeka left what he was doing in the kitchen. In fact, he switched off the gas and came to sit beside his auntie. "Auntie, how is everything now? How is your health?" he asked, not caring for her answer, but scanning the living room with his eyes, watching out for something. "Ah, my dear, I am fine. Just that I miss my brother, your father." Her voice was low. Emeka smiled faintly. "It's well. God knows why." As they spoke, Chisom, who had heard Auntie's voice, made sure to rush her bath and came out to greet Auntie. As she walked into the living room, she went on her knees. "Auntie, good morning. You're very welcome." The auntie responded, and then she sat. "My dear, see how beautiful you look after just giving birth. The gods are with you, my dear." Then she made way outstretched arm to touch Chisom's tummy. Immediately, Emeka intercepted, holding Auntie Nena's hand. "Auntie, she's fine. The doctor said nobody should touch her tummy. You know she gave birth through CS." Chisom's brows winced in surprise. Did my husband just forget that the child delivery was normal and not through CS? Before she could send a questioning look at Emeka, Auntie Nena replied him, "Oh, I just wanted to see if her tummy has gone down." Emeka replied, "Yes, in due course it will." Then Auntie shifted on her seat and asked, "Where is my boy now? Let me see my first son," she said, asking they bring baby Kamsi for her. Immediately, Chisom got up. "Let me go bring him while my husband serves you malt." She didn't catch the glare of Emeka's eyes, but he still sat down closely beside Auntie Nena, almost as if he was her shadow. "You don't want to bring the malt our wife talked about?" She gave him a questioning look. Auntie, women are supposed to be in the kitchen now. When she comes out, she'll go and fetch it for you," Emeka replied. But the auntie wasn't pleased with the response, which clearly showed on her face. "I hear you, my son. It is the duty of the wife to take care of the home. Well done, no." As soon as Chisom rolled in the baby trolley, where Kamsi lay, enjoying his blissful morning sleep shift, Auntie Nena rushed toward them, hands stretched. "Let me carry my baby, my pikin, my grandson," she cried joyfully. Chisom instinctively loosened the baby trolley strap so Auntie Nena could carry him. But Emeka's hand moved like lightning. "Auntie, leave him, he's sleeping," he said, smiling politely but blocking her hand with his forearm. "He was awake all through the night. He had catarrh, so we want him to catch up on last night's sleep. You know how children need their sleep." Chisom's expression was immediately concerning. "What is going on with my husband? What catarrh? Baby Kamsi even slept so soundly last night, almost as if he knew he was home. Why is Emeka acting weird?" She shot him a look, and he gave her an "I'll explain later" gesture. For Auntie Nena, she felt cornered. She blinked, surprised for a second. Then that too white smile returned. "Haha, okay, I don't want to wake him," she laughed. "Well, since I can't hold him as he sleeps, I brought gifts for him. You know, like our Lord Jesus Christ, when he was born, the 3 wise men brought gifts for him." Emeka nodded as he watched Auntie Nena bring out the gifts for the baby. 2 packs of diapers, baby wipes, and a can of baby milk. Chisom was overjoyed. Coming from a small home and missing her parents, she appreciated the gesture from Auntie Nena. Yet again, her husband acted weird. He dragged the items from Auntie Nena's hand as she almost gave them to Chisom. Smiling, Auntie, you want to spoil us silly this holiday, oh. Thank you, you have tried. We will give baby when he wakes up." Chisom frowned. What was this behavior? Why was he behaving like a bouncer in Quilocks? Auntie giggled awkwardly. No wala. "Thank you, Auntie." Chisom forced a polite chuckle, though confusion buzzed inside her head. Auntie Lena responded, "You're welcome, my daughter. Before I go, Emeka, I brought something for you."
Emeka rolled his eyes, smiling wildly. "Auntie, the auntie, oh, after you, nah you," he said, hyping her up. Auntie Nena smiled and then brought out a wad of cash. "Take. As the man of the house, I know the expenses you have spent." "Oh, Auntie me, thank you," Emeka said as he used his wrapper to collect the money from Auntie Nena's hand, and then cracked a joke that distracted her while he tossed the money to his side by lifting his wrapper up. Chisom was observing these strange actions, and each time she motioned to him to ask what's really going on, He smiled and reassured her everything was fine. They all resumed their banter, catching up on old times. Chisom enjoyed the conversations about the Emeka's parents. She didn't meet either of them, but she has heard great things about them. That's why she's always keen on discovering more about his family. But Emeka, on the other hand, though smiling at every conversation, his eyes and hands never left the presence of Aunty Nena. Before I forget, Emeka, you remember that orange tree my late husband planted before he left to the great beyond? Emeka nodded, his smile never failing. Yes, Auntie, I remember. The tree has grown so well that this season orange was so sweet. I brought for you to taste. She brought out a sliced orange wrapped in a white nylon from her bag. She unwrapped it and then stretched her hand to give him to drink. Here, take, taste it. It's very sweet. But Auntie, the orange is open already, Emeka asked, still maintaining his fake smile. Yes, I know. The boys just plucked some this morning and I could only get my hand on this one. I opened it and tasted how sweet it really was, so I had to bring it for you to also taste.
Maybe later on, you can go and pluck for your wife to taste. She stretched her hand closer to his mouth, as if forcing him to eat the orange. He jerked his head back slightly. Auntie, I'm okay, she insisted. Take, taste it, you will like it, she said, pushing it closer. Emeka's slick smile widened a bit. He moved his hand to his side and brought out a pistol. Chisom swallowed. She was shocked. She almost screamed, but shock locked her voice. Emeka was a private detective, and she knew he always moved around with his gun, but not with family now. She tried to go closer to him to urge him that this madness had gone too far, but then he shot her a final warning glare. Her pulse quickened. She knew he was a good man and wouldn't do anything to harm an innocent person. Innocent? But what was really happening, she thought. As Aunty Nena saw the pistol, her heart almost jumped out of her body. She looked at his face, but he was smiling, pointing the pistol at her. Enough, Emeka said softly. Too softly. Auntie, you take the orange and finish it here, he commanded. Aunty Nena's entire body stiffened. Emeka chuckled lightly again, twirling the gun with disturbing ease. Auntie, he said playfully, I say you should drink the orange yourself. The color drained from her face instantly. It's for you, not for me, she stuttered, trembling. But he raised the gun slightly, eyes still smiling. Auntie, drink it. Emeka, Chisom whispered harshly, what is wrong with you? Auntie just came to greet us. Why are you acting like this? He didn't even look at her. My wife, leave me. She's my family. We know ourselves. Then, still smiling, he said back to Aunty Nena, drink it. Auntie's hands shook violently as she raised the orange to her lips and sucked. A second later, she began coughing, badly, painfully, violently. The cough sounded like it was peeling her throat from the inside. Good, drink more, Emeka said coldly. He grabbed the baby formula she brought, snapped one can open with practiced ease, dipped a spoon in, and held it out. Auntie, this is the milk you brought for us, Abby? She nodded desperately, still coughing. Good. Lick it. She hesitated. The gun clicked. She licked and the coughing intensified instantly, choking, retching, eyes red, body shaking. She dropped the spoon and staggered to the door, wheezing, barely able to breathe. Chisom's heart hammered. Her mind spun. Her entire reality trembled. What just happened? Auntie stumbled out of the house, collapsing near the veranda, coughing uncontrollably as she crawled away like something was tearing through her insides. The evening breeze turned cold, very cold. Chisom stared at her husband, the man she married, the father of her newborn. Her voice cracked as she whispered, Emeka,
What was in that orange? He finally looked at her fully. Calm, composed, almost relieved. My wife. Now, you understand why I blocked every single thing she touched. The Harmattan wind howled in the silence. I hope you enjoyed this short story. Lesson to learn? Yes, the holidays mean we'll be visiting families and loved ones, but not everyone has pure thoughts for you. Be wise and skilled like Emeka. Catch them at every one of their schemes. The world is a beautiful place. Don't let the evil people count you as scores this Christmas season. Merry Christmas in advance. Don't forget to like, share, and comment where you are watching from. I would really love to hear from you. Till the next story, stay safe.